Okay, today's video we're going to be removing the bed. This is a 2011 F-150 SuperCrew with a 6.5 foot bed. We're going to be removing the bed. You don't have to remove the tailgate if you don't want to. I just did that because it's in the way. I have another video on how to remove the tailgate if you want to watch that. All right. First, is not really that hard to do. You're going to have some kind of a crane or a couple of people to help you, at least 4 people. It all depends, but I got a little crane. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna slide the crane in the bed. It's got its latches right here. Lift it up high enough that I can just drive the truck out, put the bed on in the garage floor. So, a couple of things you're gonna have to do. Gas cap. There is no gas cap, but there's gonna be 3 8mm screws. 1, 2, 3. You take those screws out. Okay, take those screws out, and then underneath here, let me get my light, the filler neck over there, the filler neck is connected with a screw clamp. There's a screw clamp, it's right up in there. There's a screw clamp hooked onto the filler neck so it doesn't vibrate and move around. You got to take that screw clamp off because the little piece of steel that it hooks onto is connected to the bed. All right. The hardest part of this project, if you have the people to help you pull it off, or if you have a crane or something, is to get the bed bolts out. A lot of people are having problems with that. I mean, I have a pretty powerful impact gun, but the impact gun is only as powerful as the socket you're using. And for some reason, these big bolts, they use a skinny socket. It's a T50 Torx. You know, why couldn't they just recess it and put a nice 18mm bolt on there? I don't know. They go getting cheaper and cheaper. Why don't they put a T20? You know, it's ridiculous. They do that. I don't know why they do that, but it's just ridiculous. All right, if that had a regular 18mm, you could take it off no problem. But a lot of guys are having problems with them because they rust out. So what you want to do, like I'll show you, you're going to have to get under the bed. Like you could probably see one right over there. You see that one right over here? Let me zoom it in. It's right here. You can spray it with lubricant all the way around. And the other ones are a little harder to get to. But you can look underneath and you could probably get to most of them. Spray them really, really good. Do not use heat, obviously. All right. And you should be able to get those bolts off. After those bolts, you don't have to take the bumper off, but I'm going to take the bumper cover off, and I'm going to lower the spare tire because there is, you see the wiring. I have wiring for if you have a heavy-duty hitch that's going to have the wiring there. You're going to have to take the plug off the wiring. It's basically like right in this area on the frame, and the same thing with the lights. Are going to have a plug. There's 2 plugs right here that have to come off. One for the trailer and one for the body lights. And then there's going to be single wire. I don't know if we can see it here. Yeah, see the single wire right there? That goes to here. The license plate lights, you just unscrew that one over there and unscrew that one over there. And I believe that's going to be it. I never took this one off. This is my personal vehicle. But I'm taking it off for various reasons. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to see if these bed bolts come out. Okay, so I got out the Mako. It's the strongest one I got. 1,600 pounds of nut-busting torque, they say, in reverse. So you put down, you hold squarely on it. And we try it. Well, I'm telling you, they're not going to come out that easy. I had these things soaking for about a week. Let's try this one. Now, if you don't have a powerful impact gun, what you can try to do is do it with a breaker bar and a length of pipe. Make sure everything is square and putting pressure down it. Don't Don't leave, let me show you. Don't leave it just hanging like this. You got to make sure you have pressure on it square, straight. And put pressure on it straight while you're holding the bar to try to crack it loose. All right? And once you get the bolts out, it's like 3/4 of the way there. You're 3/4 of the way home. You see how big these bolts are and they're rusted? When I put them back, I'm going to put anti-seize on there, grease them all up. You know, so if I ever have to take the bed off again, it'll be all right. But overall, they look all right. Just dry. All right, so I'm going to do the other 6, and I'll let you know if I have any trouble. Okay, I got out all 6. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 over there, and in the corner 5 and 6. They all came out. All right. They look okay. They don't look really that bad. I'm just going to clean up the threads. Like I said, put some anti-seize on them, grease them up for next time. And the trick is, see, not to strip them. If you do strip them, then you're going to have to, you know, have somebody pull them out for you. Or like me, I would weld a nut on there. But then now you got to get a new bolt. So, you know, easy does it. Just take your time trying to get them out. That's the biggest part, the hardest part of this job. All right, now I'm going to take the 8mm bolts out of the fuel neck, like I told you over there, and I'm going to continue. Okay. I made this little, see the little spring there, because these things keep breaking. I have a video on that, how you fix it with a spring like that, and you never have to worry about buying another gas cap. Okay, let me just pick up those screws. Okay, they're out. You see how it moves? Now, again, underneath here, we gotta take the, there's a screw clamp right there too. Take that one off. Okay, see the screw clamp right here? You see this little metal tab over here? That's part of the bed. That's why you have to loosen this screw clamp right here and just slide it out. Okay, see that? Now the clamp is right here. Now it's free. All right, I think that's it as far as the, now we have to do the electrical in the back. I'm gonna go under there and see what that looks like. Be careful when you have all those bolts out, because I'm by myself over here, and look at this, watch this. Lifts right up. All right. Again, you don't have to take the front bumper off. I'm going to see, this bumper's a little crooked. I wanted to get a new one, but not right now. But if it's easy, I think I'm going to drop the spare tire to get the plug that's over here. I think it's in the way. In there. I'm going to go underneath, and first I'm going to just drop the tire. It's good to drop the tire. If you haven't dropped your tire in a while, it's a good idea that, you know, it's lubed up and greased up. That's one of the reasons I'm taking the bed off, and I want to, you know, undercoat the bed too, and a lot of things like that. All right, let's continue. All right, you have to take this vent wire, this vent hose right here. You see this? This goes up to the bed. You can either take it off here, or at the bed, I would take it off here. This way, if you break it, you have a little bit more, you know, hose to use. And now, going to the back, gotta disconnect. This is the license plate, like I was talking about. And the other license plate right here. And up here, this is for the tail lights and everything. You disconnect this plug. And let me show you. You see that plug right there? And that plug and that white ground wire. And I believe that's all the electrical you have to replace, disconnect. And then the bed is ready to come off. Okay. This is the one for the tail lights. I made a mistake. The one that goes up here for the trailer hitch, no, that stays on the frame with the bumper. unless you're taking the bumper off. You don't have to take that off to take the bed off. All right, I took the bolt license plate connectors off, and now it's time to hook up the crane and lift it up. This is the vent hose, the one that said it's connected to the bed up there. I took it off right there. It's a good idea to like cut it a little bit when you put it on again so it's nice and tight. Okay, so that's it. It's off. It's up in the air, but it's off. And like I said, to recap, it wasn't that bad. You got your 6 bolts. Getting them loose is the hardest part. You have this hose hanging right here, the vent hose that goes to the rear end. All right, you have those 2 that go to the license plate, and the filler neck over here. You see, this is where that strap went. I mean, the screw clamp on that piece there. 3 screws on the filler neck, and this plug. See? It goes right about there. Goes up in there, and that's it. And the bed's off. You know, your biggest obstacle, like I just kept saying, is those bolts, and you have to find, you know, somewhere to. If you have a crane like this, you know, they have a special tool for it, but you know, you could be creative if you got this type of setup. All right, guys, Motorcar Nut. Please subscribe, hit that like button. I'm always doing all kinds of aspects of work on all kinds of cars. Until next time, thanks for watching.